Hello, Pisces. Welcome and welcome back. We're going to get into a reading where we see who you need to watch out for, okay? Why you need to watch out for them and how you can protect yourself. All right, so I hope this reading helps you guys. Don't bring anything into your life that does not belong, as always. All of the messages may not be for you. There could be one or two here and there that are for you, but just make sure you stay objective when it comes to these messages and don't stress yourself out, okay? Thank you guys for being here. Y'all be sure to like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. I really appreciate you guys. If you want to book a reading, the link is in the description box below. Let's go ahead and get into it. Spirit for Pisces, guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest vibration, Father, Mother, God. Okay. We got to get the news so we can catch the vibe. Shout out to you, girl. Period. For Pisces spirit. Who does Pisces need to watch out for at this time when it comes to their situation? What's going on in their lives? Ooh. Bitch. That is scary for reasons that I'm not going to share. Something is very synchronistic. Bonnie and Clyde. Ride or die, us against the world, dedicated partnership. I feel like this is someone who's trying to make you think that this is the case. You need to watch out for a person who wants you to be ride or die for them because they may not be ride or die for you. This is a person who may convince you that like things are getting better between the two of you, but it's really not. This could be someone who is undercover. This could be someone who's secretly like doing things that they aren't supposed to be doing. This could be someone who's very focused on money. Whatever the situation is, it feels like you're possibly questioning a person's loyalty because they want you to be loyal to them, but they're not showing that same loyalty to you. Long haul, in it to win it, long-term intentions, invested. So someone's only acting as if they're in it for the long haul because they know that it will benefit them. Okay, for some reason, possibly because you're successful, possibly because you have a lot going for you, take it how it resonates. I'm getting a weird, like, sick to my stomach feeling. I am going to, my caramels are over there on the other side of the room. I'm going to go get them. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. Sheesh. Sheesh. Okay. What's at the back? Turn. Oh, party animal, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. No, it says alcohol. Surface pleasures. So they're in it for the long haul, or they're trying to make you think they're in it for the long haul. For good intentions. But really it's only because they want to fulfill some type of surface pleasures. Someone's intention, why am I doing that? Someone's intentions are insincere. Why you may be questioning why this person is doing that to you, or they may be questioning internally, like, why am I doing this? Crazy. Okay. Who does Pisces need to watch out for? Let's keep going, Spirit. Lust. Why? I should have just said it. Because, you know, hold on. I thought about Shannon Sharp. We got a little vendetta going on. I'm just joking. Lust. Greed. Bareback. Inconsiderate. Lust can be your downfall. Heart to heart, deep conversation, intimate discussions, blunt and honest. And this may not even be someone who you have any type of lustful thoughts towards, or they towards you. They could just be a very lustful person who's very turned up. Always doing reckless stuff. Bye, Felicia. Peacing out. Thank you next. Leaving and not caring. This person, I feel like, will drop you at the drop of a dime. Or turn on you. And they want you to be a part of their escapades or sexcapades, whatever this is. But it's for their own benefit. And what you could bring to their life, or what your presence in their life could bring. What else? Who does Pisces need to watch out for? Oh, golly. I was about to be so mad if this card went in that fire. Brick wall. Defense mechanism, guarded, hard to reach. I just got a message from that where it's like, I don't know. It's like this person expects you to walk through the fire with them. But that could cause you to get burned. They may have burned a bridge with you or burnt you literally. Take it how it resonates. This could also be someone who they want to make you feel like they walked through the fire with you, like they were always there for you. When in reality, I don't think that's the case. Yeah, extra. Dramatic, trying too hard, ish starter. They start stuff. They start fires. And then they expect you to put them out, or they look to you to put them out. It's like hiding under your skirt type of energy. Like a little kid who gets in trouble and then comes to run behind their mom to protect them. Yeah. Black sheep, rebelling, going against expectations, defying norms. This is a person who feels like you're being dramatic for possibly putting a wall up with them. This little sign right here on the card says Iglesia de Santo Domingo. I don't know what that means. Put it in the comments if you want to help your fellow Pisces. Sipping. Nosy, spreading rumors, gossiping. Wow. So this is a person, okay. Okay. This is a person who, they gossip about you. When they talk about your connection, whether it's romantic, platonic, professional, whatever, they basically communicate with people in a way that says, oh, Pisces should be happy that I extended this friendship or this relationship to them because they're the black sheep. No one wanted to be their friend, or they didn't have any friends before I came along, or no one was checking for them. No one was talking to them. No one wanted to date them. Whatever the situation is, it's like they feel like whatever choices that you're making to set boundaries with them are over dramatic, or that it's like you're doing too much for putting up a wall. I feel like some of you guys, this person is talking to a brick wall. They never understand your perspective. And I feel like they spread rumors about you or perpetuate images of you that are outdated because they can't change the way that they see you in their mind. This is a person who could constantly bring up the past. I feel like this is a person who you've already had heart-to-heart conversations with. You've already talked to this person about their behavior. You've already tried to express to them the reasons why you may put up boundaries, or the reasons why you're not going to condone their behavior or something like that. And it's they just feel like you're being dramatic. But I feel like they're kind of their own, they walk around in life basically with a cloud over their head. It's not that they're depressed, but it's like they walk around with this like aura attached to them that like brings negativity. Who does Pisces need to watch out for? Who does Pisces need to watch out for? What are these messages talking about? Who is these messages talking about for Pisces? Could be an Aries for some of you guys. Scorpio, Saturn. Is that Capricorn? Okay, I don't know. It's either an Aries, a Scorpio, a Capricorn, maybe an Aquarius. I don't know. Whoever is ruled by Saturn. Whoever's ruled by Saturn. Oh, child, I dropped the deck. I dropped the deck. Okay. Three of Pentacles. Oh. Three of Cups reversed. Dot. You may have left this person on red. Okay, hold on. I keep having that song stuck in my head. If you are what you say you are, a superstar. Who does Pisces need to watch out for, Spirit? Ooh, that was a big one. Nice. Excuse me. Who does Pisces need to watch out for? The grass was fake. The grass was greener because it was fake. So somebody's realizing that the other side is not where it's at. They want to stick to you. They want to stick to you now. Signs and symbolism. Watch for the signs in the universe. Leveling up. Ooh, yep. You are leveling up in life, Pisces. The signs are clear. That's why somebody wants to stick to you or stay on your side of the street. Because they feel like you're leveling up. That's too much. You need to watch out for somebody who is coming back around after they tried to go to the other side. And they realized that it wasn't as nice over there as they thought. And now they're coming back because you're showing signs of like moving forward, leveling up. Who does Pisces need to watch out for? Exactly. That was at the bottom of that pile that just fell out. Catfish. Someone is not who they appear to be. Someone's going to make it seem like they never switched sides, like they were in it with you for the long haul, the whole time. They had your back and all this other stuff. No, blackmail, behind the scenes. Yeah. So I feel like that's just referring to the gossip. Okay. Behind the scenes, it's like there was a lot happening that this person didn't tell you, or they had feelings about you that they didn't express because they didn't want you to know how they truly felt. Who did a period? Okay, thank you, Spirit, Lord. Someone may be getting arrested with this arrested card. This could be a person who has a record and you may not know. This could be a person who has attachments to things or other people that you are unaware of, stuck in the past. Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Cash flow. A large lump sum of money. So this is a person who in the past has benefited from how you used to be. This is a person who cannot see you in any other light than how you were in the past. This is a person who refuses to see the way that you've changed or the way that you've upgraded your life. They refuse. They don't want to acknowledge the improvements or the level ups that you've made other than to benefit them. If it benefits them, they'll say, oh yeah, for sure. I support Pisces, for sure. Pisces is great. They'll speak all these nice things about you, maybe in your face, but behind your back, they still see you as the little kid that you used to be, or the person who allowed them to kind of like walk all over you. This could be someone who you used to buy things for. Maybe you help support them. I don't know who this is. But it's like somehow in the past they feel connected to your cash flow. Or they feel connected to some type of wealth that you have in your life. And it was probably you being nicer in the past that they can't like move on from. And doing things that weren't in your best interest that benefited them. Now they can't see you any other way. They don't want to see you any other way. They don't want to respect who you've become, but they want to benefit from what you've earned and gained in your life. Okay. So who does Pisces need to watch out for? Spirit, who does Pisces need to watch out for? Oh, wow. 6 of Cups reversed. Someone who you have bad memories of from the past. This could be someone you grew up with. Some of y'all is somebody who you don't have a past with. Somebody who you just met. Or someone you have bad memories of in the past. Someone who left you unprotected, vulnerable. 3 of Swords, 3 of Cups. This could be a friend for sure. Could be a sibling or a family member, a cousin. Someone who's closely related to you when it comes to like your age. So maybe they may have grown up in the same generation as you. You're similar ages. You're similar like when it comes to maybe your ethnicity or your race. It's like someone in your community or someone who's betrayed you in the community. This is definitely lies and gossip that someone told about you in the past. Well, someone may have been speaking negatively about your childhood, your upbringing, your children, your parents, things like that. They caused a lot of pain. They left you kind of unprotected in public situations. Like if somebody was talking about you, they were going along with it. They weren't saying anything opposite. They knew the truth, but they were going along with it because the pressure of the mob, the pressure of social acceptance was something that they couldn't fight. This is a weak person. And it's like whenever you hurt this person or whenever they felt hurt by something that you were doing, they would go and gossip about you or they would go and tell some type of secret. I feel like this is a person who like would take personally the things that you were doing to try to improve your life, and they took it as like a personal attack. Wow. Why? Well, why does Pisces need to watch out for this person? King of Pentacles. Because you're coming into some type of wealth. You're coming into this level up period in your life. You're coming into stability, security, affluence. You're building your legacy. And this person could literally ruin your legacy because of like their loose lips. 5 of Pentacles and then the 8 of Pentacles. Look at that. So you're getting a raise or a promotion. You're getting recognition for something that you're doing. This person is like a third wheel, or they're someone who is going to slow you down, weigh you down. I feel like the reason why you need to watch out for them is because they're insecure about your work or your stability. It's like what you have versus what they have. They're a very insecure person. So they're constantly going to compare themselves to you. They're constantly going to take things that you say or do personally. They're constantly going to be like very possessive over you or what you have as if it was theirs when it's not. It's like this is the type of person who is selfish. They don't want to share, but they want to benefit from what you have. They're very materialistic as well. They could be an earth sign, but they don't have to be. I mean, we got the signs out here for some of you. What can Pisces do to protect themselves from this person? Oh, not the 5 of Wands. Whoop that trick. Whoop. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I do not condone violence, Pisces. Learn from their actions. Learn from their behavior. What lesson can you learn from this situation? That's the 5 of Wands, really. Like, how can you improve your technique? How can you improve your skills? How can you improve your defenses? How can you train yourself up and educate yourself from this situation? That's how you basically like overcome it. I feel like Spirit wants you to see the obstacle or the impasse that they're creating between you and what it is that you want. Yeah, the Lovers. Knight of Swords. They want you to make a choice here about how you handle the situation, because either you can fight this person physically or verbally, or you can gain some type of inspiration from what it is that they're doing. That's kind of what it feels like to me. Wow. Six of Swords. So why is the Six of Cups in reverse here for Pisces when it comes to who they need to watch out for, Spirit? Why is the Six of Cups reverse here for who Pisces needs to watch out for? Yeah. All Wands. Six of Wands, Nine of Wands reversed, and the Seven of Wands. Because this is a person who's very aggressive. I feel like this is a very aggressive person. This feels to me like a very aggressive person. Or they're physically like promiscuous or loose. They don't have a lot of boundaries. Or they just randomly like go off, pop off, crash out. They either leave you in a vulnerable position or subject you to danger in order for them to get validated with their ego or their pride, or they like put themselves in vulnerable positions. And I feel like they would create a situation with the Nine of Wands reversed and the Six of Wands where they would leave you very vulnerable when it comes to what you've gained, what you've earned, what you've overcome. It's like Spirit is asking you, do you really want to have to learn this lesson again because this person is in your life? Do you really want to have to fight these same battles again? This is like somebody who you have to constantly like defend yourself to or from or against, right? Like if you have a certain perspective about life. Yeah, Ace of Cups at the bottom and the Devil. This is somebody who constantly feels defensive about what you do, what you say, who you are. It's like they feel triggered by your gifts. It upsets their demons. Ace of Cups, Devil. You upset their demons. And it's like if you feel like you constantly have to explain yourself, this could even be somebody who, plays the victim all the time. When really they have loose boundaries. They act like they're always the one who's getting attacked, or as if everything that you say is like hurtful to them. But it's like, look at what you're doing. It's like this person needs to realize that they can't always play victim. They need to realize that they can't always like get upset with what you say. Like it's exhausting. Whoever this person is, it's very exhausting. Because either they compete with you constantly for attention, or they just constantly want to play the victim and they take personally everything that you say. Like, that's who this is. This could be your sibling. They're very low vibrational, whoever this is. This could also be someone who can't have children with the Six of Cups, Ace of Cups. This person may not be able to have children, or there could be an issue with someone's reproductive organs. I'm not a doctor, lawyer, or psychologist. So please do not take this as medical advice. Disclaimer below. What's the Seven of Wands, Nine of Wands, reverse, Six of Wands? Four of Wands. It's got to be a fire sign. But they're like a Capricorn sun. They have Aries, Capricorn, and Scorpio in their chart. And they have a lot of fire. Like they have a strong fire placement, or they have like a lot of fire in their chart. That could be why they're so aggressive, or they're so egotistical or prideful. This could be a person who you lived with at one point or another, or had some type of relationship with. Maybe you were married to them. But I feel like they constantly fight against you accomplishing your goals. They constantly leave you vulnerable to people who don't really like you. Because ultimately it's like they're not happy for you. But they want to make you think that they're Bonnie and Clyde with you. They want to make you think that y'all are ride or die, best friends. lovers, we always gonna come back together type energy. King of Wands and the Queen of Swords. They could be in a relationship with a fire sign, or they could be in a relationship with an air sign. I don't know. This could be someone who you were in a romantic relationship with, but you guys broke up or separated and they were bitter about it, but they want to still be platonic. They want to be friends, or they want to still be in your life, but you don't see them as a friend, or you don't see them as somebody who should be in your life. I feel like they want to be able to be close to you so they can cause problems, or they can compete with you. I don't know what they gain from whatever this is, but it's a situation where it's their goal is to make you vulnerable, and they don't see it like that, but that's what it is. It's they want to be attached to you. They could be very obsessed with you. They could be very obsessed with what you do or how successful you are. They could be very materialistic or obsessed with money or possessions. And it's whatever their goal is, whatever it is they want to accomplish, puts you at a detriment. So it's this person is kind of thrown off, because to me they're giving off a vibe where they come off oh, I'm here for you, I'm here to protect you, I love you, you're my best friend, you're my sister, we're blood, that I love you. Whatever it is that they're saying, it's they're distorted, because they think whatever they're doing is in your best interest. Oh, if I'm not around Pisces, then who knows who Pisces will meet? Who knows what'll happen to Pisces? But in reality, with them being around, it kind of hinders that or prevents that. It prevents you from networking. It prevents you from making new friends. It prevents you from finding new love because they're around. And I feel like you can see that. It's it's you can see that this person, because of their mindset being immature, or because of their actions being very loose and promiscuous or very irresponsible, you can see that this could cause a major problem in the long run. Or you see that they want to be attached to your blessings, or attached to your gifts, or attached to what God is giving you for their own benefit. Whatever way that they're trying to tell you that they're here for you, or that they love you and they always had your back, you see through the bullshit when it comes to this person. Because this is somebody who you have a lot of throughout the relationship that you've shared with this person, and the things that have happened, it's they constantly show that they're competing with you, or they constantly show that they cause conflict. Their track record, again, we're talking about track records, it's bad. It's bad. And I feel when you called this out, this person wanted to act like that's not who they are, but that is who they are. They swear up and down that they are a certain way. They swear up and down that the type of person that they are is different from what you're saying. They refuse to believe their shortcomings, or they refuse to just accept or take accountability for the ways that they may need to improve. So if they say the lie enough, they believe it, but it doesn't mean anybody else believes it. So let's see. Why you need to watch out for this person? Why is the King of Pentacles here for why Pisces needs to watch out for this person? Ace of Cups. Why is the King of Pentacles here for why Pisces? Wheel of Fortune. One more card. Why is the King of Pentacles here? Seven of Cups. So, because they confuse you. They confuse the energy. They create distortions or illusions or deceptive thoughts in your mind. It's this is the type of person, another 7, by the way. This is the type of person who tries to do things, or they have this inherent behavior pattern where they confuse you into thinking that your blessings are their blessings, or like think good things that happen to them are because of them, but really it's like because of you. It's because of their proximity to you. Page of Wands and the Nine of Swords, because they confirm your insecurities. They send confusing messages, or they confuse you when it comes to the confirmations that you're getting in life. It's like you may ask this person questions, or you may ask them advice and they give you bad advice, or you're around them and they may dwell on the negativity instead of keeping you in a positive mindset. They're negative. Or this is a person who, when something good happens to you and you're really excited about it, they make you question it. It's like they cause you to question your destiny and what God has blessed you with to create wealth, stability, and peace and happiness in your life. They cause you to question that. But then they position it as if they love you. They try to create a scenario where, oh, well, I just want you to be careful because I love you. Or I just want you to second guess whatever it is that you're excited about because I love you. I don't want anything bad to happen to you. So that's why I just want you to think really hard about whether or not this is something or someone that you really want. And then it creates this analysis paralysis where you're like thinking of the worst case scenario all the time. Nine of Swords. It's like whenever they come around you, they make you feel negative. And it feels to me like with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Cups, Seven of Cups, it's like they try to get you to be afraid of the unknown, or they try to get you to be afraid of what you're walking into, to keep you in a situation that you're not really satisfied with. They cause you to question everything about yourself. They also waste your time. It's like they do things to waste your time. They may like to drink a lot. They may like to smoke a lot. It's like something about their attitude towards life, or their lack of direction in life, their confusion in life creates confusion for you. But it's like they make it come across the other way. It's like this destiny swap energy where it's like they know that you bring some type of, you bring this energy of like enthusiasm to this person. You may reassure them. You may give them advice. You may help them feel better about themselves. Like you boost up their ego. You send like positive messages and you tell them, oh, everything is going to be okay. But because they never do that towards you, or they can never like return that favor to you, you're constantly feeling confused about your life. But when they walk away from you, they feel reassured. They feel validated. But you always walk away feeling depleted because they're trying to swap with you. Ace of Swords reversed. Yeah. What's this Ace of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, and the Seven of Cups? Magician. Look at that. This person manipulates you. But it doesn't feel like, it feels like a love bombing kind of situation, but not really. Like it kind of feels like a person who uses the amount of time that you spent together as a tool for manipulation. Like, oh, we A1 day ones, or whatever people used to say. We ride or die. We're in it for the long haul. I always got your back ever since third grade. And people think that just because, like, this is something that really used to irk me, like back in 2015 to like 2020. And people would get online and like make content about, your A1 people always being in your life, having your back. And it's like, it makes people who don't have those day one people in their life feel insecure. It can, if if you're a person who wants friends, or if you're a person who wants to have like close relationships and people who you can trust and depend on. When you see a bunch of people like, oh, these my girls since first grade. These my girls since kindergarten. Yeah, these are my dudes. We've been hanging out since whatever. But it's like what people don't talk about is the fact that how those same people who've been in your life for that long period of time sometimes are not really like good for you. And just because you've been around someone for a long time doesn't mean they're meant to be in your life forever. If you're lucky and blessed in that way, that may be true, and that's awesome. But just because you don't have that, it doesn't mean that you're not lucky or blessed. And I think like there was this confusion back in that time where a lot of people thought that the longer somebody was in your life, the more loyal or trustworthy they are, or the more you should keep them around, when in reality, those could be the very people that are blocking your blessings. And I think this person has that type of mentality. Like, this is the type of person who never stops talking to people. They never evolve out of relationships or grow out of relationships because they constantly latch to people and cling to people, it feels like, with this attachment card. It's like they constantly like look at the amount of time that they've known people to judge their character instead of people's actual actions. And I feel like you guys differ with this person or these types of people in that way. That's how you guys are different. Because I feel like, Pisces, a lot of you guys have realized over time that just because you've known somebody for a really long time doesn't mean you know them now. Just because you've been in somebody's life or someone's been in your life for a long time doesn't mean they have your best interests at heart. And I think that this person wants you to feel obligated to them or wants you to keep them in your life because of that, but that's not how you see it. And they don't see it the way you see it. So it's like y'all are at an impasse. You're not really like progressing anywhere. You're not really making any progress when it comes to like understanding and communication, because they're going to always see it that way. They're going to always feel like they were with you from whatever time they were with you, and that therefore, because of that, you should still keep them in your life. And you're like, no. But see, that's the thing too. I feel like they also drain you in that way because whatever connections that they're attached to comes back on like y'all's connection. So it's like if this person constantly takes back their cheating partner, just say y'all are platonic, and they constantly like deal with people who are low vibrational. They have promiscuous relationships with people who are low vibrational. They attach to people, whether it's platonic, romantic, or professional, that are low vibrational. You have to deal with that energy because you are dealing with them. And I feel like you're not going to do that. Yeah, Two of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. They want you to ignore all of the manipulative shit that they've done, all of the confusing things that they've done to you. They want you to ignore all of the times that they left you hanging or left you in the cold to deal with situations. They want you to suffer with them pretty much. But then it's like, it's kind of like they expect for you to include them in your wins and your successes. But then when they have a win or when they have success, they don't include you. And I feel like some of you guys ignored for a long time how manipulative or confusing this person was. You ignored for a long time how much they were trying to overshadow your gifts for like making it seem like it was theirs. You ignored for a long time how much this person was latching onto you and possibly, you know, creating toxic energy in your life and even possibly trying to destiny swap with you. You ignored it for a long time because I do feel that a lot of you guys had strong loyalty to whoever this is. But Spirit is telling you like, that's why you need to watch out for them, because you don't see the full extent of what they tried to do to block your blessings. I feel like you really do not see. And it's not so much that they didn't want you to succeed, but it's kind of like they didn't want you to succeed without them. So if you were succeeding without them, that didn't work for them. So they would do things, little slick shit, to confuse you or create problems for you. You don't see that like this person, even if they thought it was right, I don't know how, but whatever. Not only were they like not wanting you to succeed without them, but it's like they also felt like your success was because of them in a weird way. Like, it kind of feels like because you were supposed to receive certain blessings or you were getting certain things, they were able to benefit from that for a while. Yeah. but they don't want you to see that it was really you and not them. I feel like if you open your eyes and you pay attention and you look back on the past, you're going to realize, like, when this person tried to come in after they saw things happening for you in order to benefit from it, but that you may not have been given the same courtesy from them. That's crazy. That anxious feeling, though, too. Like, think about it. Have you heard this person's voice in your head when it comes to you being afraid to take the leap of faith on things? I think if you guys really think about it and you really pinpoint that voice in your head that tells you you can't do something or that you should be afraid of something, you may find that you hear their voice. Yeah. Or you may find, if you look back, that whenever something good happened to you, before you made a decision that was best for you, you thought about how this person would feel. Oh, this is you, Pisces. You get to go somewhere. Oh, I need to invite so-and-so, or I need to take so-and-so with me, because if I don't take them, they'll be upset. But then you find out that they've been going places without you and being exposed to opportunities that they didn't include you in, but you feel obligated to always include them or obligated to always go get their approval. Like, you're focusing on being a team player with them, but they're only focused on themselves. Just those types of questions are the questions that, like, Spirit wants you to ask yourself. Like, over time, how many times did you hear this person's voice in your head and it created doubt? Or you thought about this person before you did something and considered them before you considered what was best for you? Or how many times were you bending your back to include this person, or bending your back to make this person comfortable when they didn't do the same thing to you or for you? That's why. That's what Spirit is trying to get you to see, because that's exactly what's been going on. So how do you help protect yourself? Five of Wands. Interesting. Why is the Five of Wands here? Ooh, Ten of Swords. Why is the Five of Wands here for Pisces? Ooh, bitch. Seven of Swords. Lies and deceit. Lies you tell. Y'all remember when people used to say that? Ooh, the lies you tell. The lies you tell. Somebody was lying on you behind your back, and they did not want you to know about it. They were betraying you behind your back. Ooh. Queen of Cups. Judgment. One more card for this Five of Wands. Death. Yeah, they didn't want you to see how things were changing in your life. They didn't want you to see how you were growing, evolving, transforming. They did not want you to see the ways that you were making improvements, because if they could distract you from it, they could betray you and create this competition between you or whatever. It's about their ego. It's about this person's ego. It's about, like, the fact that when you're down or when you're doing quote unquote worse than them, they feel validated. And they can say, I've told y'all this before, well, at least my life ain't as bad as Pisces' life, or at least I'm not as down bad as Pisces. At least I don't have to deal with what Pisces deal with. I'm doing good. That's why they want to know what's going on in your life. That's why they want to gossip with you. That's why they want to figure out what's going on. Even if they're not gossiping to other people, they want to gossip with you about your own problems so that they can validate themselves, and subconsciously they feel better when they hear you're doing worse, or when they hear you're going through something. Five of Pentacles and the Tower. A lot of Scorpio energy. you improving makes them insecure. You improving your life makes them feel insecure. You making changes, you evolving your life, moving and progressing forward makes them feel insecure because you help them feel validated. You may even help this person financially, but they're never there to help you. You may help this person feel more confident or feel like they have higher self-esteem, but they don't do that for you. Or they lie to you. Like, if this is somebody who's got low self-esteem, you may tell them, oh my God, you look so cute. You look so beautiful. You look good. That's a cute fit. Or, you stunting on them, or whatever dudes talk about. I don't know. Whatever it is you say to like boost up your friends. Like, hey, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like boost them up. But they're still feeling insecure. So it's like a bottomless pit. It's like a black hole. Everything that you pour into them is never going to make them feel more secure, because that's a personal thing that they have to deal with. But then when it comes to you, when it comes to like the times where you need to be propped up, or when it comes time for you to need some type of support, either financially or energetically, or when it comes to your image, however you feel about yourself, it's kind of like, I feel like I hear this person saying, yeah, oh my God, that is really bad. Like, bitch, what do you mean that's really bad? Tell me the same shit I told you when you was down and out on the floor and couldn't get up. And I just feel like this person doesn't do that. It's like they do it, but they don't do they because they can't do it for themselves, they'll never be able to do it the way you do it for them. And that's what Spirit is trying to get you to see. It's like they want you to see how over time your evolution has triggered this person. Or they want you to see like how you evade this or how you stop this is to like realize how that dynamic is imbalanced. It's like every time you value yourself more, or every time you see yourself in a more positive light, this person feels threatened. Like when you go away, especially when you leave from being around them and you come back and you've changed. Like you've changed your hair, you've changed the way you dress, you've changed, like maybe you've gotten a new outfit, or you move or relocate, or you have a promotion at work. Every time you leave from around them and something good happens, they feel insecure. And you may notice that the less you communicate with them, the more changes and improvements happen in your life. And then it's like, wow, boom, tower moment. Oh my God, Pisces is upgrading. Pisces didn't tell me about this. Pisces didn't tell me that they were going to wipe their ass after they shit today. Pisces didn't tell me that Pisces didn't tell me that they wouldn't fill up their gas tank. Pisces didn't tell me that they made this new friend or that they went to this new place. Whenever you come back and you tell them something, it's like they feel slighted because you didn't include them. But they're not telling you every step that they take and every move that they make. But then when they do have a change, it's like you were looking at it as, oh, they're telling me about their thing and I tell them about my things. But you weren't noticing that they were very insecure whenever you told them about something and you didn't include them or get their permission first. I know it sounds crazy, but just listen. You didn't pick up on the fact that, or maybe you did. I feel like you did subconsciously because y'all be knowing. But you wanted to ignore it. You didn't want to believe that this person was this way. So it's like every time you went on your own to do something and they weren't included, or you didn't tell them about it first, they felt insecure. So when you would hear things that they were doing when you weren't around, it was kind of like a competition. It wasn't just them wanting to improve. It was them competing with you because they were thinking about all the times and situations that you went, quote unquote, behind their back to improve your life and you didn't consult with them. So whenever they would come to you and tell them about what they improved on, it would be in a way where like they would try to one up you, or they would try to upstage you, or they would try to use whatever they're doing to change their life, or whatever they're doing to improve their life, as a way to make you feel insecure, because that's how they would feel when you would come back with good news. And the more you valued yourself, the more you loved yourself, the more you decided to improve your life, the more this person wanted to go tit for tat with you. If you got a new car, they would get a new car. If you try to get a new position or promotion at work, they would try to get a new position or promotion. If you got a man or a girl, they would want a man or a girl. If you went out and started going to the gym, they would want to start going to the gym. It's like everything was tit for tat. And I feel like you started to realize and peep game like, oh, this is what this person is doing. Because ultimately, they want you to get wrapped up in the competition. And they want you to be distracted by that. They wanted to distract you from how much you were improving. They wanted to distract you from your progress. They wanted to distract you from knowing how much self-worth you had or how valuable you are. And I feel like you woke up to that and you saw it as a betrayal. So it's like what Spirit is telling you to do is keep more things to yourself. What Spirit is telling you to do is tell them even less. What Spirit is telling you to do is to not feed into that. Because if they don't know what you're doing or they don't know how you're improving, they can't try to one up you. And it's kind of like fighting fire with fire, but not really. Like Spirit wants you to realize that you have a choice about whether or not you're going to be involved in this competition or whether or not this person can actually compete with you. They want you to see that you have a choice in this, and you can literally like shut it down by keeping this person out of everything that you're doing. And it could even be your parents. Like, oh, you tell them about something you did. Well, when I was your age, don't nobody give a fuck. Okay. Like, listen, I really do believe that you should respect your elders. I believe that your parents made sacrifices for you, that maybe you have to forgive them for some things that they may have done wrong. I firmly believe that because I'm a parent. I get it. I've been on the side of a child who's misunderstood by their parents, and I've been on the side of the parent who was misunderstood by their children. And I feel like there should always be a respect factor. You know, and I've been there. I've cussed out my parents and legal guardians. I have been disrespectful, and that's not the way to go. However, just because somebody is your parent doesn't mean they own you. And just because someone is your child doesn't mean you own them. And I firmly believe that as well. What else? One more card. Death card, 7 of Swords, 10 of Swords, the King of Swords. Yeah. It's like see the play. Spirit with the King of Swords, 7 of Swords, 10 of Swords, it's like Spirit wants you to see the lie. Spirit wants you to see the illusion. Spirit wants you to see the distraction. 5 of Cups, 2 of Swords. Yeah. 5 of Pentacles we saw. 5 of Cups we have. 5 of Wands we have. Yeah, that 5 of Swords energy. They want you to see that someone is trying to one-up you, or they're envious and jealous. I feel like they want you to see the reality of this connection, this relationship, this friendship, this bond, and how weak it is. And they want you to know that if you turn around, like literally, they don't want you to put down your future for the past. They want you to see that there are people who can be good friends. There are people who won't gossip about you. There are people who will actually root for you in life. I had to learn that. I had a lot of friends for a long time that I thought were my friends, but really they were like, we were just in this loop of bullshit where they were secretly competing with me and I wasn't aware of it. And I was just kind of like, okay, what the fuck is going on? But I didn't want to jump to conclusions. And I was trying to give people the benefit of the doubt and have like girl code and situations, but it just wasn't working out. And then I made new friends and met new people where some of them, yes, they were doing the same shit, but some of them weren't. I've connected with so many of you guys through this channel that are really like just genuinely good people and just genuinely want to see me succeed. And I genuinely want to see you guys succeed. And it's just like, there's no question. There's no confusion. There's no like, what is this? What does that mean? Is that really some shade or is it not? Like, that's what Spirit is trying to get you to see. That even though it might feel like a loss to lose these people, whether they're related to you or not, it's not actually a loss. Or that whatever happened was for you to see the truth. Okay. Strong Scorpio energy out here. Gemini, Sagittarius. Hold on, you guys. Hold on real quick. Y'all, oh my God. I was nervous for a minute. So, sidebar, school starts on Monday. And my oldest is here. The middle baby and the youngest are still at their dad's house. They came over for a while, but then they wanted to go back for the last few days. My son was opening his door, and the doors are kind of like sticky because they painted over them so many times, child. But he was opening and closing the door, and I was like, what the heck? Anyway, have courage, okay? When it comes to this situation, have courage. Because it may be very hard for you to separate yourself from this person. Because I feel like whoever this is going to try to fight for their place in your life by reminding you of all the ways that they helped you or all the ways that they were there for you. And it's going to pull at your heartstrings. So just be strong when it comes to dealing with who this is. So we got the news. Now let's catch the vibe. What else does Pisces need to know, Spirit, when it comes to this reading? These messages, who they need to watch out for. I was giving y'all the signs. Strong Scorpio, possibly Gemini, Sagittarius, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus. Possibly Aries as well, like I said. Capricorn. Those are the signs that came out. Okay. Anything else Pisces needs to know when it comes to this situation? We have empathy. No, that's not what that says. It says epiphany, Lord. You need to, you might have an epiphany about empathy. Or your empathy is going to give you some epiphany. I don't know. Epiphany, light bulb moment. Self-reflection, answer questions, untapped talents. Yeah. Harmony, balance, peace, and happiness. So something about this situation is going to enlighten you to the talents that you have when it comes to what you give to people. You give people some type of reassurance. You help boost people's self-esteem. You could be a motivational speaker. You could have those gifts. I don't know exactly like what this is going to show you about yourself, but I feel like if you reflect on yourself in this situation, it will reveal secret talents and abilities that you have, or it will confirm talents and abilities that you already know you have so that you're more confident in whatever it is that you're doing and so that you won't question yourself. Because all the times that you look back and say, damn, this person actually made me really question myself in this moment, and it caused me to second guess what I was doing, and now I know that I shouldn't have done that. So now moving forward, I won't second guess myself in this area of my life anymore, right? We have feminine energy, gentleness, nurturing, and mothering. Two-faced, double life cheater, backstabber. The writing is on the wall, Pisces. The writing is on the wall. This could be a woman or a feminine energy. Some of y'all, this could be your mother. Some of y'all, this could be your child. Again, there's something about children or not being able to have children or like, I don't know, something about that. It's like you're realizing that your life is a lot more peaceful or that you have the energy with the feminine energy, whether you're masculine or feminine, however you identify, you have the ability to attract what it is that you want in order to have peace. It's like that's an epiphany that you could be having about yourself, because this person may have made you feel like there was something wrong with you, or that you couldn't have what you wanted because of something that you were doing, when in reality you were never really doing anything wrong. They were just being two-faced with you. Yeah, what's this? Epiphany and harmony. Two of Cups. Wow. Yeah. You could be realizing also that you're not the problem in relationships or in connections. Like people who made you feel like you were the problem, people who made you feel like you had to change something about yourself because they didn't like how you were. I don't know. Two of Cups, Hierophant. Yeah. Two of Cups, Temperance, and the Hierophant. Sagittarius energy, Taurus energy, possibly Libra energy. Like this is a situation where when you mix with other people, when you blend with other people, you are always like protected. Like spirit is protecting you in these connections that you have with people. I also feel like, you know, when you're meeting people or when you're getting to know people, you have to pay attention to the patterns that you see. And I think that whenever you feel like things are not vibing with a person, you need to take that seriously and understand that maybe that person or you aren't meant to kind of like mesh in that way. Like you're not going to be best friends with everybody. And I feel like you guys know that, but I think that certain connections in your life have caused you to be very hesitant about meeting people or letting people in. And yes, there are some things that you may want to be cautious of, like communicating before you really get to know a person. But at the end of the day, it just feels like when you initiate conversation or when you initiate communication with people, it's usually in alignment, as long as, you know, you feel that there's a peaceful energy about the whole situation, right? If you feel like something is wrong, I feel like you guys are going to know that or notice that. And you don't really have to question it. But if you're just meeting someone and like you're bringing what happened to you in the past into that new connection, you're going to feel weird about it. I don't know how to explain that. But if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Anything else that Pisces needs to know? I feel like you're starting to meet people. Spirit is bringing people into your life that you can learn from, that can learn from you, that you're mutually like beneficial to. Like it's not going to be one-sided anymore. It's not going to be like you're doing more for the person than they're doing for you, or you're, you know, more positive in their life than they are in yours. I feel like that's kind of just saying that there's about to be harmony when it comes to your relationships. Oh, love affair. That's not good. Dirty little secret. Ooh, not sex fix. Down low. Didn't I say something about that? Somebody being down low? Did I say something about that? I feel like I did. Masked, hiding, concealing, deception, and burned bridges. I definitely said something about that. But I feel like I did say something about somebody being down low or something, trying to make you feel like something is wrong with you, but really they're secretly like down low or confused about their sexuality. Yeah, this could also be somebody who has a secret like crush on you, and they keep it hidden because they know that maybe it would ruin a connection that you have platonically. I don't know, that's far-fetched, but I feel like someone's real intentions towards you are masked because they're like controlled by their lust. What's this love affair? Ooh, 10 of Wands reversed. Oh my God. 8 of Cups. 8 of Wands. Yeah, I just feel like you're not going to force it with whoever this person is. I don't know about that. I don't want to get into that with whoever this is. I just feel like somebody is like really stressed out about the fact that they burned a bridge with you, or they didn't tell you like how they truly felt or what their true intentions are, or like, I don't know. It's just, it feels like someone's conscience is weighing heavy on them when it comes to like you releasing the burden of being around them. So that communication is coming in because of that. I just feel like you need to watch out for this person because they're going to try to do things to manipulate your emotions to make you think that they support you when in reality, I don't really think that they've had your back as much as they try to get you to believe. And I feel like there's a reason, because we saw that level up card. There's a reason for them wanting to convince you that they're actually here for you. Anything else that Pisces needs to know when it comes to this message? Oh, not marry me, please. Get out of here. Be real with yourself. Be real with yourself about this contract. Wow, it's a yes. Marry me, please, and it's a yes are connected. Be real with yourself when it comes to you connecting in this spiritual contract, social contract, whatever contract you have with this person or whatever contract they're presenting you with. Be real with yourself about whether or not you should say yes, about whether or not saying yes would be positive for you moving forward. Make the decision for yourself. Because I feel like if you're really like honest, you really don't want whatever this is. What else does Pisces need to know when it comes to this reading? Feeling anxious. I'm super jealous and stressed out. Yep. See what I'm saying? Their jealousy, their envy, the fact that you're not stroking their ego has them stressed out and anxious. Like, what's really going to happen if you give this person what they want? One more card. What does Pisces need to know? Think before you act. Exactly. If you think before you act and you're feeling anxious or stressed out, or this person is already stressing you out with their presence existing in your energy, do you really want to restart this contract? Do you really want to connect with this person again? Do you really want to have whatever this is going on? Stressed out. Entanglement. I love you. Yeah. I just don't think it's worth your time. I don't think it's worth your while. I don't think that this person has your best interest at heart. I don't think they actually want to be connected with you for anything other than to compete with you or stroke their own ego or boost up their own low self-esteem. What are these 3 cards? 3 of Swords reversed. Yeah, think before you heal this connection with this person. Think before you relieve them. I was going to try to say believe them. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. They want to offer you the opportunity to heal things or fix things between you and move forward, I feel. This could be an opportunity for you to heal from what they may have done to you. But as far as like moving forward with them, you really want to be cautious because there's a lot of anxiety, stress, nerves. There's entanglement. There's soul contracts. All these things. And you need to really figure out if you say yes to whatever this person is presenting you with, is it actually something positive that you want to be involved with? What's the 3 of Swords? Yeah, Eight of Wands came out kind of in reverse. I feel like you basically cutting off communication was better for you than whatever this person is proposing. Yeah, Fool card. Breaking free, making a clean break, ghosting them, leaving them out in the cold, abandoning the situation, isolating yourself from them, or isolating them from your life, not telling them about new things going on with you. This is what's bringing on this Ace of Pentacles that they're presenting to like heal the situation or fix the situation, because they're not involved in new things in your life. So you really need to think carefully about whether or not you think they should be. And then the Fool card also talks about loyalty, because this little dog is over there. I feel like this is also a sign, whatever's going on with this person or whatever they're approaching you with is a sign that something positive is about to happen in your life that you may not be aware of. And I feel like Spirit is trying to really get you to look in the mirror and see for you what's most important. What's the advice for Pisces? Oh, here go pimp named Sugar Light again. First of all, Garnet, justice. Mercy bears richer fruits than strict justice. Then you have Amber. Healing the wound is the place where the light enters you. Okay? The wound, bitch, is the place where the light enters you. Okay, so when you shine a light on what's been in the darkness, you can see the wounds more clearly. And it doesn't mean that you should chastise this person or administer some type of strict justice. Have mercy, but it doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice yourself. Sugar Light, star. I have loved the stars too fondly to be fearful of the night. Yeah. Don't be afraid of what's been done in the dark coming to the light. Whatever the situation may be. Don't be afraid of things coming into the light or things coming into your awareness. It's easy to run from the truth, but it's never going to benefit you. It's going to benefit you more to see things clearly. You're going to be able to make better decisions and not be stressed about those decisions if you allow the truth to be shown, or if you speak the truth, even if it causes some type of conflict or argument. And that's, I think, what the protection is. It's like speaking up for yourself, expressing how you feel, because we saw the Knight of Swords with that Five of Wands when it originally came out, and choosing to say the truth or choosing to say how you feel, choosing to use your throat chakra to shed light on the problems in situations is better than sweeping it under the rug. Because at the end of the day, if you are honest about how you feel and you're honest about where you stand with people, then you'll be able to clearly see their reactions and responses to where you can make the decision that's going to be most beneficial for you. At the bottom, we have Chastolite. It says unwavering tenacity. Temper us in fire and we grow stronger. When we suffer, we survive. Yeah, so walking through the fire, I did say that earlier. If you allow yourself to keep suffering through situations or suffering in silence, yeah, you'll survive, but will you thrive? Will you become stronger, or will it weaken you? And you don't have to be vengeful and bitter about it, but you also don't have to be, you don't have to live a life of martyrdom either. Pearl, intuition. Intuition is seeing with your soul, yeah. It's because you can see, I feel like you can see how healthy relationships benefit you. That could be what you're starting to have an epiphany about. I feel like a lot of you guys have started to experience healthy relationships that contrast the unhealthy ones that you've kind of separated yourself from. And I feel like you're starting to realize, yes, you did what you had to do when you had to do it to survive. But it's like now you're in a place energetically where you want to thrive. You don't just want to survive. You want to thrive. And I think that Spirit is telling you, hey, because you're thriving, it's attracting people to you who realize that they no longer have that light. And you need to be very cautious about the decisions that you make when it comes to those people and whether or not you want to kind of like risk it, because it would be a risk. And I don't know, for a lot of you guys, I don't know if it's worth your while to risk it after you've made so much progress. Because literally, if you are not careful, this person or the situation or people like this could cause you to have to revert back to square one and start all over again. And bitch, me personally, I'm not about to do that shit. So I hope that helped you guys. Be sure to like, subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. Book your readings, get in the comments, do the things. Thank you guys so much for all your support. If you can donate or contribute, like if this reading was helpful to you, it is still really helpful right now. If you guys could donate a little something to the channel, you don't have to if you don't have it. I never want to put you guys out. But the best way that you can donate for free is just to like the video. So I appreciate all of you guys for your love and support. The PayPal or Zelle information is below for any of you guys who want to make a donation. If you want to book a reading, those links are below. But if you just want to, let me know if it resonated, I love that too as well. And I really appreciate you guys. So y'all continue to be great. As always, Pisces, remember, this is our Circle Booze. Bye.